afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, in this debate, right, what we focused on? We focused on whether ghosts exist or not. So, what are the roles of both sides in this debate? For us, it's to prove that they don't exist or that there's not enough evidence. And for the proposition, what they've attempted to do, right, is prove to us that they exist without a shadow of a doubt. But instead of actually giving us good evidence or signs of anything, they've given us bad evidence, and they've abused the idea of correlation equals causation. So, correlation equals causation.
Slow down, please.
Okay, I will slow down. Alright, but first let's talk about the bad evidence they've given us. So Darren brought up video evidence. Now the main issue with this is the fact that video evidence can be doctored. Same with photographs. In addition to that, he brought up the idea that that the instruments that these people use to like find ghosts pick up ions and electrons. But we have to realize, right, that even if it's picking up ions and electrons, that doesn't mean it's a ghost. Even if we say that they are ball of energies, we still don't know for certain that they're actually ghosts. So you still haven't given us conclusive evidence that ghosts exist. Now, you've also brought up the idea that because ghost stories exist in movies and television, that means the people who wrote them must have experienced it as well. And to that I say, it's likely the figment of their imagination. These are based on personal experiences, so you don't have conclusive evidence, once again, that ghosts exist, and it's based on a personal anecdote of someone else who actually wrote the story or suggested the idea. Now let's talk about correlation and causation. So correlation doesn't equal causation. Just because two things happen at the same time doesn't mean that they're related to each other. So Derek brought up the idea of heightened senses in animals. So yes, these animals might have heightened senses and they might be reacting to something, but who's to say it's a ghost? Who's to say it's your dead grandmother wailing at night? Because frankly, they could be reacting to something much further away and you wouldn't know about it because once again, because you don't have heightened senses, you're not the animal, so you don't actually know what those animals are reacting to. And then Adriel brought up the point of nausea in affected houses. Was that what you called it?
In houses full of activity.
In houses full of activity. So this nausea, I don't know how you made the leap from nausea means there must be a ghost in here. Because frankly, if these are houses with activity, that likely means there's a reputation surrounding it. And because of the atmosphere and the reputation, that's a far more likely cause for nausea within someone. And as my friend Edward earlier brought up, you know those cuts and bruises, it might be so small you wouldn't even notice them, so we can't actually just link it to ghosts. Now, what have we given you? We've given you evidence that even if souls did exist, even if spirits did exist, they can't actually exist simply because of the laws of physics. So, in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, we've proven to you, right, that ghosts don't exist. Why? Because we've given you evidence that they can't, even in a theoretical situation. As for side proposition, all they've given us is bad evidence, and they've abused correlation equals causation. Thank you.